Hello YouTube and welcome back to Castle of Random. It's your boy, Random. And today, the new season we know it's already underway. I've touched the game a little bit and one thing I forgot to check upon is the balance patch. For some reason it slipped my mind, wasn't really caring for it until I found out when I was playing that Captain America has more health than he did in Season 1. And I was like, why? And then it clicked that actually I forgot there's a new balance patch as well that was officially announced. So today, why don't we just dive into it and see what the new balance changes bring to the table. So here we have the balance patch where we have the new two heroes we know. We have the new costumes, Mr. Fantastic the Maker, Invisible Woman Malice, which are for purchasing, they're not within the battle pass. We have the new modes, the Empire of Eternal Night Midtown, which is a limited time event, and Doom Match, which I've played a little bit of it. It's very fun. If you've played Call of Duty Deathmatch, you'll love this. It's with heroes, so I'll strongly suggest you do this. Then we have the Season Store, we have the Ranked, where we have the new Celestial rank above Grandmaster. It's 3 divisions as well, and the rank resets is 7 divisions, as I've mentioned. So if you ended Season Platinum 1, your Season 1 journey begins in Silver 2. So because we only did Platinum 3, we ended up at Bronze 1. So it is what it is. Some minor fixes here and there, there's new on-off reflection quality, there's new integrated off-under global illumination, some performances, because there was like a new potato setting that they mentioned for people that have very low-end computers, which mine really isn't one of the best because it's a laptop. So if push comes to shove, I guess I can just make a little bit of adjustment. But what we're here for is the nitty-gritty, which is the heroes, the buffs and the nerfs. Let's see what our guys have for the new season of this game and what we are going to expect to see. So first off, there's like corrected minor movement ability discrepancies for certain heroes like Doctor Strange and Magic at both low and high frame rates. Okay, so also addressed occasional malfunctions with or inability to use Wolverine's team up ability. Okay, so they fixed a few things just from the general's, look. I'm not gonna try to go into too much details because it will take up a huge amount of time. So these are just like bugs, some nerfs, not really nerfs, they're just some bugs that happen. Like they occasionally happen in every game, so it's fine by me. If Spider-Man used amazing combo to interrupt the wind-up of a normal attack, yada yada yada. So I'll if you want, pause the video, go into further detail, but this is just really small minor tweaks that I did to make the game run better. But what we are here for is the adjustments. We are here for those. So let's see what the new buffs and nerfs look like. Captain America, of course, we're starting with the Soldier Boy. Tell him, Steve will receive enhanced survivability. Okay, so what's happening? Reduce the delay time for shield restoration after released Living Legend for 3 to 2 seconds. So I guess this is his actual shield just. Reduce liberty. Never mind, my tongue is just on vacation apparently. Reduce Liberty Rush cooldown from 12 to 10 seconds. That is good. So I think this is like the punch. I don't know the abilities by name. If I misinterpret any of them, let me know. But I think this is like the drop down ability, which fine, 10 seconds. Sure, 12 seconds it was nice, but I'll take the buff. It's nice, and the health, which I mentioned in the beginning of the video, that now he has 675, which I think is a good thing to do. Reduce the energy cost for releasing Freedom Charge from 3.4 to 3.10. Okay, so now his ultimate charge is a bit faster, and we have the additional health provided per second to self after releasing it from 110 to 100. So they took away something, they added something. Overall, it's a good direction. He's getting a thumbs up on this one, so he's getting a buff. He was mentioned that he'll get a buff, but it was nice to see. Doctor Strange will be reducing the threat range and increasing the defense window of the Sorcerer Supreme. I think this is the shield ability. Add damage fall off to Maelstrom of Madness and Gamma Maelstrom. Starting at 5 meters, reducing it to 70% and 8 meters. This is like the E ability, like the blast, which people tend to abuse because it has so much range and it could kill like even from far away. So the drop off makes sense, and slightly decrease the shield value recovery from 80 to 70. Okay, so it's the shield recovers a bit faster, I think, or slower. I'm not sure. I don't know how to interpret this. I'm not that smart in this regard, so I don't know. If it's a buff, nice. If it's not, then not nice. But then this would be like the actual shield, and I don't know what it is. Moving on to Thor. Thor, the god of which we know his ultimate is the most useless one that we've seen so far in this whole game. So we have some slight increased survivability, increased base health from 500 to 525. So he got also a 25 health boost, added immunity to control effects during God of Thunder. So does this mean that if Mantis, for example, sleeps you, then it doesn't actually do? That's a good thing, but still his ultimate ability is downright useless. Do something about the ultimate ability, make it faster, don't make it wait so long, or just make it like a jump and bash. I don't know, it's useless, bro. Give it less damage, but give it some usability. It's useless. I swear to God, it's useless. Then we have Hulk. Dr. Banner has been dominant, yada yada yada. Okay, so reduce the indestructible guard gamma shield value for Hero Hulk from 250 to 200. So that's like a left shift ability, I think. That's the one, so less shield, fine. Moving on, Venom. Venom will have a so they will increase the symbiotic resilience bonus health ratio gained per lost health from 1 to 1.2. I have no idea what they said here. Is this like the E ability, or is it like a passive one? I think it's like the E ability, maybe. Never mind. Anyway, let me know what this is. It's a small point, I think. And increase the base damage of Feast of the Abyss from 40 to 50. Nice. His ultimate really didn't do too much damage, so you cannot really finish off anyone. So I think it's a good maneuver to have. Moving on, now we have the duelists. So let's see what they did. We have Black Panther, so they're slightly decreasing them. Okay, so he's getting a nerf. Reduce the additional health provided to self after refreshing vibranium marks with Spirit Ram from 40 to 30, and the upper limit of additional health from 120 to 75. This means that if you hit the mark and you heal yourself, so you'll heal for 30 now instead of 40, and the maximum you can heal is 75, so he's getting a significant nerf. So I think Black Panther usage will be a bit more down, or he'll be way easier to kill, which I don't think it's a good high skill character, but also he was easily like taken care of. I don't think he was that much of a problem when it comes to playing him or playing against him. Anyway, moving on, we have Black Widow. So okay, what she's getting is slight increase, so she's getting a buff. We have increase the range of the first effect of Edge Dancer from 3 meter radius to 5 meter radius. Honestly, I have no idea what this is. And then we have reduced the time required for feed food to recover from 0 stamina to full from 12 seconds to 4 seconds. I think this is like the running ability, I think. I mean, I've very vaguely like played it. Like I haven't played it per se, but I have, checked her out in practice. But I think this is that ability. An Edge Dancer, I'm not sure which one it is. It doesn't matter. And then we have reduced the time required for Electroplasm Explosion to reach maximum power from 1 to 0.6 seconds. Okay, so Black Widow is getting a very significant buff, because this here, 12 seconds to 4 seconds, it's very, very fast. Like that's like 8 seconds shut off, just like that. So that's nice. Maybe we'll see more Black Widow usage instead of the other guy, which is Hawkeye. Bars. Okay, so of course we know Hawkeye is getting a nerf. Finally, he was being way too much for us to handle. So much damage, so annoying. Slightly reduce the spread angle between every 2 blast shots. I think this is like the E ability, the follow-up arrow, I think, maybe not, I don't know. So it's a spread angle. So the area of effect is basically smaller. Then you have reduce the triggering distance of passive ability Archer Focus from 60 meters to 40 meters. Okay, that's good, I think. So the distance that you can jump, it's now 40 meters, it's not 60 with the passive ability. And then reduce the maximum additional damage of the passive from 80 to 40. But no, that's a double jump. What is the passive? I don't know. Can't remember. Never mind. So he's getting a slight tap on the wrist. So nothing to really celebrate. He's still gonna be broken. Not really a fan of it, but it is what it is. Hella, another one that deserves way more nerfs. She only got one, apparently, which is reduce base health from 275 to 250. She should have been 250 at the beginning, but again, nothing to. She's still gonna have broken damage and whatnot, so not really a fan of it neither. Moving on, we have Magic. Magic is getting a slight increase in the umbral incursion damage in dark shell form from 115 to 135, which is a bit of a buff, 20 more damage, nice. Moon Knight will get an increase apparently, so he's getting a buff. Increase the number of talents generated by Hand of Khonshu from 10 to 14. And then we have the increase of explosion radius of each talent from 4 meters to 5 meters. So instead of 10, now there will be 14 hands that will fall. And the explosion will be for plus 1 meter more, which is good. So he's getting a buff to his ultimate, because his ultimate was also up there when it comes to like one of the worst. And then we have Namor. We're optimizing the throwing feel of Namor's X. Okay, adjust the throwing feel of Monstro Spawn and Frozen Spawn. Now Namor can more accurately throw them to the desired location. Okay, so I guess now it's easier for you to plant them where you want. Nothing really that bothered me, so this is just like a quality of life buff, so nothing crazy. Then we have Psylocke. Now we have the Dance of the Butterfly will check for barriers, including Magnetos, Hulk's Incredible Guard, etc. What does this mean? We'll check for barriers. How will we check? What do you mean we'll check? Does this mean that the ultimate can now circumvent them or target them specifically? Firstly, I don't know. Punisher slightly reduced the spread of deliverance, so his shotgun is getting a nerf, which he still does quite a ton of damage, but his shotgun could do a lot of damage from very far away, trust me, so I think this is going in a good direction. Then we have Scarlet Witch. She's not the greatest, but she wasn't also terrible, so I don't know what. They're increasing her combat strength, so she's getting a buff. Increase Chaos Control fixed damage from 50 to 60. 50 damage per second to 60 damage per second. I don't know, what is this dash S? I don't know. This is like the right click ability, okay, so it's getting a bit more damage. Reduce the percentage damage per second from 5 to 3, so this is like the primary fire, so it's gonna do less damage, which is fine, because otherwise people would left click you to death, which took a 0 skill, and I really hated that. And then we have increased Scythonian burst projectile damage from 30 to 35. Oh no, this is like, one of them is the barrier, and the other one is this is like the right click ability. This is the barrier ability that stuns you. We'll see. Anyway, I haven't played her as well, so if I'm right, let me know, and if not, also let me know. Moving on, we are maybe halfway done, because we're still on the duelist, and there's a lot of duelists to go through. The duelists are the one that got the short end of the stick, so. Okay, Storm, finally Storm. As I mentioned in one of my videos, Storm got 0 representation in the previous season, so finally it's nice. And I also saw that people use her now more often, which is nice. Increase wind blade projectile speed from 100 to 150, and left click damage from 50 to 55. So this is going to be right click, I'm assuming, and this is going to be the left click. So her projectiles now are faster and do a bit more damage. Good. Increase bolt rush damage from 70 to 80. No idea what that damage is. What that ability is. And then we have, after releasing Omega Hurricane, the bonus health provided for herself will be increased from 350 to 450. Okay, moreover, following its conclusion, the extra health will no longer vanish instantly, but instead will diminish at rate of 100 per second. So you have 3 more seconds of extra health, sorta-ish, 4 more seconds of like 450, 4.5, and you also have like more damage. No, never mind. More, so it will be a bit more easier to use her. So basically, she's more viable. Nothing too crazy, but the ultimate ability was easy to counter, and in this case, I think it's a nice buff and make her more viable. So I'm all for it. Then we have Squirrel Girl. We're increasing the threat of the rain. Okay, so addition of a new effect to the unbeatable squirrel tsunami. The squirrels will rush towards the nearest enemy after bouncing instead of bouncing randomly. Now this is a good buff. I like this. Because I've had instances where I've played Squirrel Girl where you use the ultimate ability and it, for some reason, it will start to bounce in the same direction, like in a parallel line, and be pointless. But also seeing, like, as I can see here, like reduce the squirrel tsunami health from 600 to 300. Also, I think it's a very good buff. Because the ulti was way too much broken, even though randomly, if you do hit that nice angle and it starts to bounce in a nice direction, it's like a tank. 600 is way too much for an ultimate ability to have health. That's crazy. So I think this is a good, nice little trade-off. She's not still gonna be like the same, but it's a good trade-off in the right direction. Moving on, the two left are Winter Soldier and Wolverine. We're finally at the end, I think. Winter Soldier. So we're adjusting Bucky. We're decreasing. So he's getting a nerf. Is he? Because I'm seeing increase here. So we'll be decreasing his long range combat strength and increasing his survivability in medium close range combat. Okay, so it's gonna be like a swap for him. Increase the bonus health provided by Bionic Hook and Tainted Voltage from 30 to 40. Increase Rod Stern's projectile damage from 70 to 75. So this is his primary fire, which is nice, a bit more damage. And reduce the area damage from 70 to 65, and reduce the damage decay from 65% at 40 meters to 60%. I don't know what for. What is this? Reduce the area damage of what? Damage decay from 65 to 40, or like this is just like for this projectile or any ability at all. And then we have like we increase base health, so he has a 25 more health extra. Okay, so we're gonna be playing way more of Winter Soldier then, because one of the problems that he had is, yeah, he was very easy to kill once you get up and close. The point is, if you have a hook, what's the point of having so little health that you can die like within 2 hits? And we have Wolverine, who's going to be getting. Logan will receive an increase to basic combat strength, but a slight decrease to his additional survivability after activating Undying Animal, which is his ultimate ability. Increase base health from 300 to 350. This is a good buff in the right direction. If Reed Richards could get a 350 head start on his health and have plus almost 400 extra health, like up to 800 with once his elasticity reach full potential, then this is a very good direction. And reduce the damage reduction ratio provided by Undying Animal from 50% to 40%. So once you get hit by the ultimate, basically the damage that you would have done, it's a bit buff for the other guy to have a potential to win back the fight. So okay, it's a nice trade-off. Way more health for just 10%, I'll take it every single time. And moving on to like strategists, we have Cloak and Dagger, which will reduce Dagger Storm cooldown from 15 to 20 seconds. I think this is like the push, the little square you get, or maybe it's just like, I don't know, or maybe it's like the invisibility thing, maybe. Increase the number of dashes in internal bond from 3 to 4, so okay. So now the ultimate will do 4 dashes instead of 3, which are again random, but still. So she's getting a buff, more so. She's more also on the buff scale rather than a nerf. Moving on, we have Jeff the Land Shark. Jeff, I think he was broken as this. He was very good. He is very good. I think he's still gonna be very good. So we have just adjust his Jeff ability range from 10-meter sphere to a 10-meter radius. 5-meter high cylindrical spell field. Okay, yeah, this makes sense because if you were, I've had so much times where Jeff would catch you even if you jump, like even with Hulk or any other hero that has like a nice jumping ability, even Wolverine. Like I would use my jump and it would, you know, the left shift ability, and it will still catch you, which was just incredible. So I think this is a very good nerf for him. It's a nice balance because otherwise he was too much. Like you can easily catch 3 people minimum without even trying. And then you have increases the healing of Joyful Splash from 140 to 150. So this is the E ability, which is nice, a bit more health, nice little trade-off. Make him more of a healer rather than a team wipeout character. Then we have Luna Snow, just one buff I guess for her. Increase the interval of switching between healing and damage in Fate of Both Worlds from 0.1 to 0.5. Okay, so her ultimate, you know, she has the toggle between damage, health or shield, something like that. I don't know. So it's gonna be a bit more less responsive, which is fine. 0.5 seconds again. It's gonna make it a bit more normal. And for Mantis, reduce the passive movement boost from 2.5 to 1.5. Yep. Mantis is way too fast, and she already does too much damage. Like she's more of a DPS than many of the other characters there within the duelists. So, yep, I agree with this. And then we have Rocket Raccoon, which we increase the healing of repair mode from 60 to 70. Nice. So his right-click spheres will do a bit more health. Good. He was doing quite nice healing, but I agree with this because otherwise Rocket Raccoon didn't really have nothing else to heal with, just besides this. And I guess there's like a few more things that we're gonna do with the team up abilities, so we're just gonna go quickly through them because I don't want this to go any further or make it longer than it should be. Reduce Hawkeye season bonus from 20 to 15%. This is for Hawkeye, Black Widow. Hela, Thor, Loki. Reduce Hela season bonus from 20 to 15. Okay. Luna, Snow, and Namor. Increase Frozen spawn damage from 25 to 27. Nice little buff for his Frozen Namor. Slowing effect applied to enemies from 25 to 30. Okay. And increase Berserk state Frozen spawn damage from 16 to 18. His team up is gonna get a nice little buff, which is good, so Namor will be even better. Rocket Raccoon, Punisher, Winter Soldier. Reduce the cooldown of ammo invention from 45 to 40. Is this gonna mean that the rate that they can... This will be more frequent? I don't agree with this. This is like a lot. Scarlet Witch and Magneto increase metallic fusion projectile damage from 55 to 60, and the same goes fusion spell damage from 30 to 35. And Thor and Storm Captain America reduce the cooldown of Charge Gale from 20 to 15 seconds, which is nice, and increase the damage from 50 to 55, which is also nice. So that's gonna be all the changes that are gonna be coming in, that are within the new season. Sorry. So let me know. Do you agree with them? Do you not? What would you change? I don't know. Most of them, I find them very nice, but some of them, like, I don't know why Hela didn't get hit with a nerf way more, or Hawkeye. I feel they're still going to be very prominent and very tough to deal with, despite this little slap on the wrist, but what can you do? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you do, and yeah, till next time, I guess.